What is going on, everybody? So today we are checking out some loot. Huge loot tab. I have accumulated a giant loot tab over the past few months. Yes, it did take me a few months. Unfortunately, with life and everything else going on, I just haven't been able to play as much as I used to. But anyways, so I'm guessing you read the title of the video if you're here. It probably interested you. So, a few months ago, I was like, you know what? I wonder if I can make 1 billion GP from 100 mil in supplies. So I set out to find out if I actually could. Did I make it? I don't know. I guess you'll have to watch to the end of the video, or if you're one of those people, you can just skip to the end. But anyways, 100 million in supplies. That's a lot of stuff. Well, you might think it's a lot of stuff, but I was using all of the best possible things that you can do throughout this entire endeavor that I took on. And I'm talking, I used the Scythe of Vitor and an Amulet of Blood Fury for everything that I could. I used the Toxic Blowpipe with Dragon Darts in most places. A few places I did use Amethyst, Dragon Arrows, Sanguinesti Staff, Divine Super Combat Potions, Divine Ranging Potions, anything that you can think of that is the best to use somewhere, that is what I used. Why? Well, because I didn't want to sit around and just use regular stuff and have this take a lot longer than it should have. I do have the bank to support this, so I wanted to use the best stuff to see if I could make it to 1 billion GP in loot from just 100 million GP. Now, what did I do to accumulate this loot? This wasn't a lot of raiding to get all of this. This was primarily Slayer. I would say that 98% of this loot tab, everything that I acquired, is just from the Slayer skill in doing Slayer boss tasks. I have a few raids in my loot tracker in Runelight, a few Tombs of Amasket, a few Chambers of Xeric, but nothing substantial that would really tip the balance of this loot tab. So I guess basically the premise of this video is we're going to take a look at the loot tab and see what you can expect if you were to do something like this. So let's go ahead and hop into this one. So we're going to check out everything that is not in my loot tab. I'm going to go ahead and pull all of that out of the bank, such as runes that I acquired on the way that are in other tabs, duplicate items, stuff like that. All right, so I've went through my bank and pulled out everything that I didn't start with, I guess you could say. All of the runes, I kept track of where I started at when I did this. I just started out with a lot of them at 1,000, the elemental runes at 100,000, some others at 500. So I pulled out all the excess runes throughout everything that I've done, ended up with a ton of runes. I did have a couple Hydra tasks in here, as well as Vorkath and some Zulrah that I did throughout this 100 mil spending spree on supplies. 84,000, almost 85,000 chaos, 58,000 deaths, 22,000 blood runes, 10,000 laws, 11,000 natures, and various other runes throughout there. I also started out at 100 Ceradoman brews and 100 super restores. Ended up with 66 more brews than I started with and 165 super restores more. The Antidote pluses, a lot of those came from Zulrah. I did use some along the way. I just put it back to where I started at 100. Summer Pies from Elite Clues and other sources that do drop Summer Pies. And 315 Lobsters, those came probably from Hard Clues because I don't buy lobsters, so that had to be where they came from. So checking out, let's go into the bank. So checking out the bank here. This is the runes tab, so you can see everything here. 100,000 back to the elementals, 1,000 for chaos death bloods. The mine runes, I collect those, so, and I never really sell any of those. I've just had them forever. Same with the pure essence, I collect that too, for no other reason than just to have big stacks of it. Nature's laws at 1,000, combination runes at 500. Lava runes, I had those before, so I didn't touch those. 1,000 souls, 1,000 cosmic, and 1,000 astral. And then over to the potions, I still have some stuff left that I did buy for this, but unfortunately here, my cash stack, I'm down to 33,010 GP. That is where I had to call it quits. I couldn't really afford to buy any more supplies. I actually got a Cerberus task to do right now, but I need to charge my Scythe, and I need to buy a new Blood Shard for the Amulet of Blood Fury. So that is basically where I decided to call it quits. I was like, all right, I'm going into something else. I'm out of money. I can't buy what I need to do this task with. So I figured that was a great ending point rather than start selling off like supplies that I had left over or anything else that could have got me the money to get that. Didn't want to do that, just wanted to do it this way. So basically, that's it out here as far as everything that is like duplicated in the bank or excess. So into the loot tab we go. So here it is. This is the loot tab. Can you take a guess at what it might be worth? I know what it's worth, but I turned off the bank tag or the bank plugin for RuneLite. So now it would just be a giant spoiler now, wouldn't it? But let's go through it, I guess, before we start selling stuff off. So all the unique drops that I managed to get up at the top, you can see up there the Hydra Leathers, rings from the Dagonoth Kings, crystals from Cerberus. Super lucky on this. I ended up getting 5 Primordials throughout this, 3 Eternals, 3 Pegasians, and 4 Smoldering Stones. Managed to snag a Black Tourmaline Core. Did get a Blood Shard from the Firewatch Sentinels, 12 Dragon Axes. That's fun, I guess. Some other stuff in there, 3 Dragon Chains from the Calphite Queen. Yes, I do my Spiritual Creature tasks. I like them. Don't hate me for it. 15 Dragon Boots in there. Some other Granite stuff, not really worth that much, but still considered kind of unique. 4 Abyssal Whips. I do like to do Abyssal Demons, pretty AFK task here and there. And I recently hit 100 million attack XP, so I like to do them for the AFK attack XP. I do pick up my Ensouled Heads when I do get them. Bloodvelds, Abyssal Demons, Hellhounds, some Dragon Heads. The herbs pretty much came from noted sources for the most part. Alchemical Hydra, Lizardman Shamans. I do pick up herbs with my herb sack. I do all of my Aberrant Spectre tasks. A very quick task for me. I 2 or 3 hit almost every one. So I ended up with a lot of herbs there from that as well. Most notable stacks, 478 Renars, 451 Grimy Torstals, 310 Snapdragons. A lot of the Snapdragons come from the Calphite Queen. She does drop like 25 of them at a time. Picked up seeds too. Toadflax, Renar, Snapdragon, and Torstal seeds, as well as some Snape Grass ones in there. Tree seeds, I don't really know why I pick up Willow or Maple seeds. They're not really worth that much anymore, but whatever, pick them up. Yew seeds, Magic seeds, Redwood tree seeds, Dragon Fruit tree seeds. Those are actually worth like 500 or 600k. I think they came from the Brimstone chest. Yeah, that is exactly where they came from. Some other seeds, ores, and bars. Pick those up, pick it all up. I pick everything up. Iron ore, stack of coal, ended up getting up to 27,802. So lots of stuff drops coal, and it does add up over time. So I like to pick it all up. 617 rune ores, that's pretty nice. As for the bars, 2,900 mithril, 3,700 adamant, 341 rune. Gems come from all over the place. A lot of stuff drops noted gems. Pick all those up too. I have a gem bag. Usually take it with me on Slayer tests because why not? 229 cut diamonds, 30 cut dragon stones. Most of the bolt tips come from Vorkath. 3,882 of the diamond ones, combination of Vorkath and the Grotesque Guardians. Logs, some, what are those? Mahogany logs, yew logs, magic logs. Good amount of planks as well. Most of the planks, I think, came from Clue Scrolls, actually. Pretty sure that's where those came from. 1,072 battle staffs, all of the dragon hides from Vorkath specifically. Good stacks of those, over 1,000 red and black. The snake skins, really not worth anything, but I like to pick them up from Zelra just to watch them add up. Bone collection. I love picking up all the bones. It's worth a lot of money. Don't leave your bones on the ground. 543 wyvern bones. What else do I have in there? 3,603 dragon bones. Glad I picked all those up because they recently went back over 3,000 GP around the time of this video. So I ended up getting a good spike in cash just from the dragon bones. 1,438 Dagonoth King bones. Killed a lot of them throughout this. 736 Hydra, 550 superior dragon bones. So that means 225 Vorkath kills in this loot tab. Bolts and unfinished bolts, arrows, pick it all up, darts. I only pick up the knives from the Dagonoth Kings if I actually have the room to do it. So that's what I ended up with, that small count of knives there. Other stuff, the javelin heads, arrow tips, dragon arrow tips are pretty pricey right now. Zelra scales, 58k of those. 2,700 cannonballs. Most of those probably came from Cerberus, I would think. I do pick up my ashes too. I think that stack of ashes is worth like 150k. And it's 150k I didn't have. I like to pick up the Earth Talismans, Water Air Talismans from Dagannoth Kings too. Earth Talismans are worth quite a bit, so definitely nice to pick up if you have the inventory space. 1900 Wines of Zamorak. Flax are worthless, but just another thing I like to pick up, see it add up. And some other miscellaneous stuff in here. As far as keys go, 120 crystal keys, 121 once I combine that tooth and loop half. So I'll sell all those off too. I did all my clues along the way as well. So this is the clue tab here. All the uniques from clues. Anything that wasn't unique, I just alked it. Or if it wasn't worth anything, I would drop it. So I guess the most notable things in here are going to be the Occult Ornament Kit that I managed to pull, as well as the Tormented Ornament Kit. I got those pretty early on, so they've been sitting for a while. Not really sure on their value, how much it has gone up and down. And the Black D'hide Body Gold and the Black D'hide Chaps Gold, I actually got that in the same clue, so that was pretty cool. Filled out the collection log slot for both of them in the same clue. So that's it, guys. I mean, take a guess on what you think all of this is worth. What we're going to do now, we're going to go ahead and sell it. I'm going to sell it. We're going to see what we end up with. I don't slow sell. I'm way too impatient for that. So I'm just going to send it, quick sell it all, see what we end up with. And the last thing we can do is check out my RuneLite loot tracker. I never reset it through the whole thing, so all of my kills should be in there. All right, that's it. It's all gone. So how much do you think I made? Take a guess. You were probably wrong anyways. So 435 million GP in cash. GP, the gold ones, by the way. 78.6 million in platinum tokens. Now the story behind the platinum tokens is everything that I alked and all the cash drops that I picked up along the way, I turned into platinum tokens so they don't mix in with my actual stack of cash that I was using for this. So I wanted to keep that separate. Definitely wanted to make sure all that was separate. So let's go ahead and turn these back into gold coins. 513 million GP. So I took 100 million GP in cash, bought a bunch of supplies with it, and turned it into 513 million GP over the course of about 2 to 3 months of playing. So essentially, I could have made maybe 2 billion GP this year if I had kept doing this. If I keep doing this and do it once every 3 months, about 2 billion GP in a year is what I would make doing this method. Is it the best money making method? Absolutely not. I'm one of the most inefficient players that there ever has been. But that's how I like to play the game. So I'm still super happy with how it turned out. It was a really fun thing to do. Lots of Slayer, lots of experience going on. Over 100 mil attack now, 100 mil hit points, almost at 50 mil strength, and almost at 48 mil Slayer XP after doing all this. Ranging is approaching 100 mil too, 93 million ranging XP. So if you have some time and you like seeing loot tabs add up, this is definitely fun to do. It's something that takes some concentration and some dedication, and definitely the ability to hold all of that loot and sell it later. All right, so the last thing to do before we close it out is going to be check out my RuneLite kill log, I guess is what it's called, or whatever, loot tracker. Yeah, loot tracker. So lots of stuff in here. It says 11,700 of a bunch of different things that I killed along the way. Loot value in here is 475 mil. This is always notoriously off from what you can actually sell for, depending on what prices are going at, yada yada, all that stuff. So ended up with 513 mil again, and 1,556 Lizardman Shamans, almost 10 mil there. Still no hammer, sad days. I did 27 elite clues. So the loot from there, the best thing that I ended up getting from the elite, I don't know why that occult ornament kit isn't in there. Oh wait, no, is that master? Yeah, that's master. But anyways, 27 elite clues, 1,324 Cerberuses, all those primordial crystals in there, 186 mil in that one. 337 smoke devils, barrage those. A few tombs of a masket. 9 master clues. I only managed to get 9 throughout that, but then again, those only come from hardened elites. I don't hunt for the masters. 66 hard clue scrolls throughout this whole thing. Not too bad there. Almost 500 of all the Dagannoth Kings. 477 Prime, 488 Supreme, and 478 Rex. Rex ended up being the best one for me. 5 Berserkers ring, 16.3 million. I actually also did get the Dagonoth Supreme pet while I was doing this as well. Only thing I need left for that log is the Dagonoth Prime pet. Brutal Black Dragons, didn't get assigned many of those, 191. Mythro Dragons, I do kill those because I want to get the Chewed Bones, trying to get the Dragon Full Helm for the collection log. So whenever I'm assigned Mythro Dragons, always doing those. Only 7 Chambers of Xeric. Like I said earlier, not too many raids in here. 1300 Aberrant Specters, 41 Brimstone chests from Konar tasks. I do Konar every 10th task that I do, as well as I was doing a lot of Hydras. That should be coming up here somewhere soon. 11 Dark Totems. I ended up getting through these, and that was just from doing my tasks in the Catacombs. Spiritual Mages, 793 Abyssal Demons, Worms, 250 Zulrah, 38.9 mil in that tracker there. This one says 274 Vorkath. I'm not sure where those extra kills may have came from, but I only have 500. I had 550 bones. Oh no, that is right. 274. I guess it's missing a kill. I had 550 bones. Alchemical Hydra, there it is. 367 of those, 2 tasks. Only got 2 tasks and 2,000 Slayer points I burned to skip for Hydra tasks. Still need the jar for that log to finish it out. Super dry on that, 3,800 KC plus no jar. I had some Obor keys, so I did those. Briofita did some of those. Barrows, I wanted to get up to, where's the high scores? I don't know why I felt the need to do this, but 3,000 even on the Barrows KC, so I did a few Barrows. 55 of them, got them Spear and Torags. And Grotesque Guardians, got a lot of those, 913 I ended up killing. 50.9 million. So yeah, that's it for the loot tracker. So that's gonna do it, guys. This wasn't really like one of my traditional videos where it's like some sort of guide or how-to or something like that. It was just something fun to do. Something like when I first started old school RuneScape, what I used to do, the real GP series. So definitely enjoyed doing this. Might do it again sometime with different parameters or a different reason behind why I'm trying to make the money. But yeah, if you guys like this video, please leave a thumbs up. If you want to see more like this in the future, please let me know. Any questions or comments, leave them down in the comment section below. Don't forget to tap the like button on your way out. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn the bell icon on, get all the notifications. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you on the next one. Take it easy.